Hello everyone, this is Ketish here. In this video, I'm going to go through the AQA Combined Science Physics Paper 2 Foundation Tier from 2022. Question number 6 is on the topic of waves. Figure 8 shows a longitudinal wave. What do the labels A and B on figure 8 represent? Choose the answers. So A and B, this is the second time I'm seeing this question in the past paper. So where all the particles actually spread out is called rarefaction, that's A, and where it's spread out between these 2 points. Okay, so this area is rarefaction. What they are mentioning by B is actually from this point, this middle point, to this middle point. Now the length of that is actually the wavelength. So A is rarefaction, and B is the wavelength. Next question. The wave shown in figure 8 has a frequency of 4 kilohertz. That small k means 4 kilohertz. 4 kilohertz. Calculate the period of the wave. Use the physics equation sheet. Give the unit. So for 4 marks, there's a couple of things that you need to do. First thing, the frequency, which is F, you have to change it to hertz. So frequency, which is equal to 4 kilohertz multiplied by 1000 equals 4000 hertz. That carries a mark. Now you need to use it in the equation for wave period. Now wave period, the symbol is capital T, not lowercase t, is equal to 1 over F, which is the frequency. So 1 over 4000 is equal to, again let's bring the calculator up. So 1 divided by 4000 gives me 2.5 times 10 to the power minus 4, and it's giving me the answer in standard form. So 2.5 times 10 to the power minus 4. I'm just going to leave the answer in standard form by convert it. So 2.5 times 10 to the power minus 4. Now the unit for period is second because it's time. So it's second. Next part. Sound waves are longitudinal. Figure 9 shows how the speed of sound varies with the temperature of the air. So as you can see, the temperature of the air is going from 0 to maximum 50. The line stops somewhere about 45, and it's actually increasing. So at 0 degrees, it's starting at somewhere around 30 to 35. So that's 331. So each box is 1. So it's starting at 331, and then it's increasing steadily as the temperature increases. Write the use the physics equation sheet to answer question 6.3 and 6.4. Write the equation that links frequency, wavelength, and wave speed. Now, frequency, if I use the symbol F that they have given, frequency equals the wavelength multiplied by the wave speed. No, that is totally wrong. The other way around. So wave speed is the frequency multiplied by the wavelength. There you go. Right. Now, if you check, you can write the symbol equation or the word equation. I would actually write the word equation. That way you're not going to make any mistakes with the symbols, like write a capital V or a capital F, which means you're going to get it wrong. So wave speed equals frequency multiplied by the wavelength. A sound wave has a frequency of 300 hertz. A sound wave with a frequency of 300 hertz travels through the air. The air has a temperature of 28 degrees Celsius. Determine the wavelength of the sound wave. So the frequency is 300 hertz. So you need to find, we know the frequency, we need the wave speed. Now the wave speed is going to come from the graph using this. The temperature of the air is 28 degrees. So at 28 degrees, so that's 5 boxes here. So 10 divided by 5 is 2 degrees Celsius each box. So that's 20. 28 is going to be there. So 28 is over here. Right. I wish I could actually draw this line straight. Ah, there you go. We just change it at times. Okay. And that's 245, 46, 47, 48, 348 meters per second. So let's use that value. So the speed at that is 348 meters per second. Now this value depends on how you draw the line. If you do get it wrong, you'll probably lose a mark, provided you do the other things correctly. So determine the wavelength. So wave speed equals the frequency multiplied by the wavelength. So the wave speed is 348 equals the frequency is 300 multiplied by the wavelength. The wavelength, if you rearrange it, divide both sides by 300, which means 348 divided by 300. Let's bring it up a little bit. There you go. So calculator, 348 divided by 300 gives me 29 over 25, which is 1.16. 1.16. They haven't asked me to give it in two significant figures. I can just simply write it as it is. That brings me to the end of question number 6, and I will see you in the question number 7, which is the last question.